说中文。
Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Hello there, newbies. Welcome once again to Chinese Pod, bringing you lessons in spoken Mandarin from Shanghai, China. My name is Ken Carroll.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Jenny, what are we talking about here today?
We have a flirty dialogue.
A flirty dialogue.
Yes.
Great. Maybe you could give us a scenario here. What are we talking about?
People asking each other
Okay.
their relationship status.
Okay, so we're looking at a male-female conversation here. Where do you think this might occur, Jenny? This kind of
I would
exchange?
say maybe at work, there's a new co-worker coming
Okay.
with two people who don't know each other that well.
Right. I think culturally this is interesting, Jenny, because I think there's a difference in China between when you might actually ask someone this kind of question. In other words, in China, you might meet someone for the first time and you know, let's say in the office, and you know, within an hour or two, you might actually ask them. Well, you know,
We hang out with a very different group.
no, but you know what I mean. In China, I think
Yes.
it's far more likely that people will be direct with a question like that and ask you. And I'm sure people ask you all the time, Jenny.
No.
I'm sure they do.
But I think we have very different concept of personal boundary,
Yeah, oh,
personal
okay.
space.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds ominous. Great. Really interesting. So, what we'll do is we'll listen to this dialogue. We'll come back. We'll translate it for you. And I think there's a lot more we can talk in terms of the culture behind it. So, it should be quite interesting. All right. Let's listen 3 times and we'll come back and analyze it.
Dialogue first time.
你有女朋友吗？
没有，你呢？
我没有男朋友。
怎么可能？
Second time.
你有女朋友吗？
没有，你呢？
我没有男朋友。
怎么可能？
Third time.
你有女朋友吗？
没有，你呢？
我没有男朋友。
怎么可能？
Okay. I think we should translate at this stage.
Yes. 你有女朋友吗？
Do you have a girlfriend?
你有女朋友吗？
Do you have a girlfriend?
你有女朋友吗？没有。你呢？
No. How about you?
没有。你呢？
No. How about yourself?
没有。你呢？我没有男朋友。
I don't have a boyfriend.
我没有男朋友。
I don't have a boyfriend.
我没有男朋友。怎么可能？
How can that be?
怎么可能？
How is that possible?
怎么可能？
It's interesting, you know, the job of the translator here. Sometimes, you know, you find yourself saying this, I don't have a boyfriend. You know, you have these sentences and it's kind of funny. Anyway, now...
Playing the part.
yeah, you have to put emotion into it as well, you see, which is, well, I can do that, whatever. Whatever it takes. Now, there's a lot of really juicy lexis and some interesting items here.
Yes.
Let's take it from the top, because this is a super high-frequency construction that you could actually change the noun here, and you could ask a million questions with it. Let's take a look at it.
你有女朋友吗？你有女朋友吗？
Now, I think the sort of backline build-up here might be useful. The last word in this sentence is a particle, and that is
妈，妈。
And this particle indicates a question,
Yes.
as you may or may not know at this stage. Now, taking it from the back, let's move towards the front. Now, the noun here,
Yeah. 女朋友，女朋友。
女朋友. Tell us about this, please, Jenny. 女朋友.
朋友 means friends.
朋友.
对。
Great friend. Friend or friends, of course, in Chinese.
女
Yes.
女 means female.
Female. Okay.
Woman, a girl.
Great. Tell us about the tones, would you please, on 朋友?
Sure. 朋友 Second and neutral.
Second and neutral. I think it's a great word. It sounds great. It doesn't sound to me anything like friend for some reason, but it's a great word. So let's
But
hear
it
it.
sounds friendly, don't you think?
Yeah, it does. It does. It sounds kind of round and nice and woody. Would you say it
Woody.
for us? Yeah.
朋友,
朋友,
朋友.
朋友. And you definitely are my good 朋友, Jenny.
是的.
朋友. So the tones are
Second and neutral.
second and neutral. Let's hear it again.
朋友,
朋友.
朋友.
Great. To add, as in girlfriend, as in a female friend.
女朋友.
Now, as you said, new, a third tone there,
Yes.
right? All right. So one more time, let's hear it all together, please.
女朋友,女朋友.
Now, so you've got 女朋友, and then you've got the particle in the end indicating a question. So if you pick those out, you know somebody's asking you a question. And if it's China,
about 女朋友.
they're probably asking you if you have a 女朋友. So how did the rest of it work? You had a pronoun there at the beginning. What was that?
你,你.
你, meaning you, second person.
A third tone.
Yes, third tone. And the verb to have.
有,有.
Yo.
Also third tone.
Great, third tone. Now, at the risk of overanalyzing it here, we've gone through it in some great detail. So let's hear it, the full sentence one more time, please, Jenny.
你有女朋友吗?你有女朋友吗?
A literal translation here would probably work something like this. You have a girlfriend, question mark. All right,
Exactly.
that's how it works.
Welcome back to another installment of Chinese Pod Trivia. And the question for you is, for what test does Chinese Pod offer preparation services for? Is it A, the polygraph, B, the colonoscopy, C, the HSK test, or D, the CAT scan?
The CAT scan?
Ooh, sorry, that is incorrect. The correct answer is C, the HSK test. That's right, Chinese Pod will thoroughly prepare you to pass this rigorous test of proficiency in Chinese. ChinesePod.com/HSK.
This construction is 你有, and then you have a
Ma.
noun and ma at the end. It could be anything. Maybe give us another example. A question, do you have this or this or that?
你有朋友吗?
Do you have friends? All right. What about, do you have a book?
你有书吗?
There you go. So take my word for it. This construction works across pretty much anything.
Yes.
That's how high frequency it is. Now, in response, you either have or you don't have. In this case, you don't have. So the negative form of the reply was
没有,没有.
no. To translate literally, I guess that would be not have, something along those lines. Now, again, 没有 is something you're going to hear all the time in China. 有没有? Do you have or do you not have? All right. In order to continue the conversation, which is, the nice thing to do when people ask you a question, of course, the expected thing to do, you say, how about you? And here's the phrase for it.
你呢?你呢? Simple enough.
Simple. And I don't want to analyze it because it's potentially tricky, but take my word for it. Nina is a great way when somebody asks you a question. You want to go forward with the discussion.
Yes. Asking about the same topic.
Same
right?
topic,
Just
yeah.
asking their situation.
Yeah. The question in English would be a little bit different because, do you...
Changes depending on the gender of
Yes,
the person.
but here it doesn't matter. So you may or Nina. The implication is, do you have a boyfriend or girlfriend? Okay, got it. So the first person, A's response was...
我没有男朋友.我没有男朋友.
So here we have 没有 again.
Yes.
And 我, third tone as in
I.
Yeah. Now we changed 女朋友 to what?
男朋友.男朋友.
So the 朋友 was the same,
Friends.
right? So we changed what to what?
We changed 女
Yes.
to 男.
Great.
Second tone. 男 meaning man.
Man, male. Yes. Great. So boyfriend again is?
男朋友. 男朋友.
Great. Could we just contrast the tones for 男朋友 and 女朋友?
女朋友. 男朋友. 女朋友. 男朋友
Okay, great, excellent. Now, I think the response here from the guy is open to a lot of interpretation.
Yes.
Right? What was it?
First of all, compliment.
I really think that this depends on the context.
Yeah.
It depends on how he says it, where he says it, when he says it, and so on. It could look kind of smarmy to me in one context, or it could look like, wow, I'm really giving you a compliment,
Yeah.
because the reply was,
怎么可能？怎么可能？
Now, again, I don't want to overanalyze here. The best way to translate 怎么可能 would be,
How is that possible?
how can that be possible? 怎么可能? Let's hear it a couple more times, Jenny, so we can just sort of close our eyes and visualize this expression. You're asking somebody in astonishment or in amazement. How could that be the case?
怎么可能？怎么可能？
Now, I mean, there's a million potential contexts you could think there. Yeah, how could this be happening? If something bad happened, for example, you
Yes.
walked into the room and your computer was, I don't know, taken
You're
apart or
stunned,
something.
yeah.
Or 怎么可能? How could that happen? Again, I think this is open to interpretation. So the guy is either, sort of coming on strong and saying, oh, how come you don't have a girlfriend? Or he's being really complimenting and saying, basically, wow, you're
such a catch. How can you not have a boyfriend?
What is your interpretation here, Jenny? What do you think he's saying?
Compliment.
Yeah.
Because I notice we say it a lot.
Yeah.
怎么可能
怎么可能
is a highly likely response to I don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
This is where the politeness comes into
Yeah.
it. It's almost to be expected.
You're flattering the person.
All right. And even if that person, you didn't particularly think that person deserved to have a wonderful
Or you
a
don't
partner.
particularly think having a partner is a good thing.
Yeah, indeed. But it would be the polite response. There you go. 怎么可能? All right. So there's your story. That's how it could happen, maybe in an office. And Jenny, you chose the safe explanation. Well done. Listen to it 3 more times.
Dialogue first time.
你有女朋友吗？
没有。你呢？
我没有男朋友。
怎么可能？
Second time.
你有女朋友吗？
没有。你呢？
我没有男朋友。
怎么可能？
Third time.
你有女朋友吗？
没有。你呢？
我没有男朋友。
怎么可能？
All right, there you go. Very high frequency, very useful stuff. You know that you need to explore this in more detail by going to ChinesePod.com, because there you will find learning opportunities that hopefully will appeal to you as an individual. There are lots of options you have, and I guess that's how you learn, finding the stuff that works for you. That's what we do here. We try to make the learning happen on your terms. But right now, Jenny, I think it's time for us to say
再见.
再见.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number
0696.
So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0696
0696.
and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0696.
0696.